working, Trump, religion, white superiority, skinny talk, birth control, the trad wife lifestyle. Hey guys, welcome back. Apparently everything is propaganda. Getting married, propaganda. Getting a job, propaganda. Using soap, propaganda. That's big hygiene. Yeah, it's a scam. Or maybe not. Maybe that's ridiculous, right? But we're going to be looking into the propaganda I'm not falling for trend. But before we start, subscribe or I will be very disappointed in you. And you don't want that. Trust me. Let's start. All right, so first of all, what is this? The propaganda I'm not falling for trend is where a bunch of mostly Gen Z women make lists of things that they are not falling for. They are rejecting it, but instead of saying, personally, that's not for me, they call it propaganda. Some of it is obviously meant to be a joke and it's funny. Some of it is even self-aware. But some people are being dead serious, listing things that are common sense and calling it propaganda. Male loneliness epidemic. But it is a thing. Both Gen Z women and Gen Z men are struggling. That's kind of undeniable at this point. But men tend to unalive themselves, we'll say, at higher rates than women and tend to reach out for help less often than women. So it is a problem, and it does not negate the fact that many women are struggling as well, but it does exist. It's not propaganda. You're not fooling me. Working. So some more propaganda you're probably not falling for. Being able to afford food, shelter. It's obviously a joke. I hope. And the audio they use, I find so annoying.
So, we had a conversation on the way home. Should I stop my birth control? Because my career still feels small in the existential scheme of it all.
Having to drink to have fun again, agreed. Some people make drinking their entire personality and they cannot have fun without their vodka or their cocktails, whatever. Like, come on. Or I love the, you don't drink? Oh, there must be something wrong with you. Were you an alcoholic? No, like some people just don't drink. I know it's crazy. Or I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, and they can't fathom it. It's like, but how do you have fun? I don't know, like normal people that don't need to be high or drunk to have a good time. That's kind of sad if you can't let loose and have a good time and connect with other people without being on something. Nonchalant men. I agree, the people, men, women, doesn't matter, who pretend to be nonchalant, right? I don't care. I'm so cool. You're cringy. I don't know what's happening. It's like cool now to be emotionally stunted, to not have any passions. It's kind of depressing. Matcha. Girl, leave matcha out of this. I used to dislike matcha, but now you just have to know how to make it right, okay? Propaganda I will not fall for. Trump, religion. Okay? The scariest words. Some people think that only religious people support Trump or that all people that support Trump are religious. Not true. And I totally get not liking Trump. You don't have to support Trump or you don't have to be religious. But when you start calling faith in general propaganda or an entire person propaganda, Trump is propaganda from the same people a lot of the time that support AOC or that said Kamala, she's overqualified. Bisexual women. Bisexual women? Oh, okay. I didn't finish reading. Bisexual women center men, and that's why they date them. You need a college degree to succeed. No, I mean, depends what you're doing. If you want to be like a doctor, lawyer, yeah, you need that degree. Propaganda, I am not falling for. Getting a boyfriend. It's not really propaganda. You don't have to date if you don't want to. Are we calling everything propaganda? I can't even see this one. Not questioning literally everything. Some of these are just so random. Religion. Matcha. Splitting the bill because of feminism. Yeah. Coffee addiction. Girl, what? So I can't have matcha? I can't have coffee? Hating men becoming a trend. Yeah, I hate men, but my boyfriend is an exception. That's just hypocrisy.
That whole propaganda I'm not falling for trend, yeah, y'all can wrap it up. Because I just saw one that said, propaganda I'm not falling for, hating men. Girl, I hope he texts you back, because
a lot of this is just men propaganda, men. And it's so funny because this is coming from a bunch of women who are known for saying decenter men. For a bunch that constantly say that, you guys sure talk about men a lot. 99% of men, matcha, labubus. What are labubus? Insecure people. This is not propaganda. Smoking becoming cool again, is it? That's disgusting. You might offend the book talk girlies with this one. Skin bleaching, I agree. People that go crazy with the fake tan as well, because it usually comes from a place of insecurity, obviously, right? They don't like their skin, they want to change. We talked about skin bleaching a couple videos ago, and how it can actually be dangerous in some parts of the world, and people are so desperate to look lighter that they don't care and they risk it. Cancel culture, agree. White superiority, agree. Also black superiority, also Asian superiority. Love the look. Propaganda I am falling for. Random men on the street are all murderers. I think this is a bit of paranoia. I think you should get help. Dolls are just spirit vessels. pool women were all witches in a past life. I don't think so. Is that a doll in the background? Or sorry, a spirit vessel? I don't understand. A lot of these I don't get. Like, what is this? Child-free weddings? That doesn't sound too bad, actually. I'm kidding. I think airplanes, though. Child-free airplanes? I don't know, just to have that option.
We are in a tin can with a baby in a echo chamber.
Here comes the screaming kid.
Skinny talk. Okay, where's fat talk on this list? You support fat talk propaganda and not skinny talk. I agree with peer pressure to drink and fear of aging, though.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but I am not liking that propaganda I'm not falling for trend. Mostly because I feel like a lot of girls are using it as an excuse to say what they don't like about what other women are doing.
I mean, that's what it is, yeah. And what's the problem? Do I have to agree with what every woman does because she's a woman? Do you not hear how ridiculous that is?
Some of the ones in particular that I'm seeing, going out partying and having fun with their friends, especially drinking for some reason.
Yeah, some people don't like to drink. They're allowed to share that opinion. Yeah, it's how the internet works. That's how life works.
Botox, quote, at a young age, a lot of people were saying. Oh, and hooking up with people because you're single.
But I guess the real question is, why are you so offended by that? She can voice her opinion. You can voice your opinion. Being women has nothing to do with this. Do you see men going on TikTok and saying, you just criticized another man? Oh, you don't agree with him? That's not being a boy supporting boy. Like, it's so ridiculous. What do you mean? I'm allowed to criticize whoever I want because guess what? I don't care about their gender. I don't care about their race. I don't care if they're a conservative or a liberal or whatever. I don't care if they look like me, if they don't look like me. I'm gonna look at each individual take, and if, in my opinion, right, it's a bad take, I can say something. This isn't kindergarten. This is the real world. We're adults. We can have opinions. And honestly, this is just a way to get women to shut up. I think you're a little bit sexist, girly. You should really unpack that internalized misogyny. Yeah, you should be a girl's girl. Girls supporting girls does not mean you have to blindly support every woman ever, or things like hookup culture, or pretend that pressuring women into getting Botox at 20, for example, is empowering. How about you hear them out and form your own opinion on each individual take? If you're against that, if that makes you uncomfortable, it is not feminism you're fighting for, it's censorship.
Why are we posting this? It's giving Mean Girl, to be honest. I don't really like it.
Oh, go cry about it. Okay, propaganda I'm not falling for. Tradwife core. Romanticizing the tradwife lifestyle. Guys, some women like that. Okay, and they want to be trad wives. Let them! I thought you were about giving women the choice. And then when a woman chooses a lifestyle, an aesthetic that you don't like personally, suddenly that's propaganda. Suddenly she can do that. She can make that choice. You're not really a feminist. You are a hypocrite. Seeing a propaganda I'm not falling for with all takes I agree with, and then I see birth control. It can really mess up your physical and mental health. There's a whole list of side effects you can look at. The propaganda is telling women, yeah, just go on birth control. Everything's gonna be okay. Long-term use, totally fine. No. Why are you trying to keep that information from women so that they can make that informed decision for themselves if they want to go on the pill or not? But treating the pill like it's some little mint and it's totally fine, it's like your body's little lab experiment, right? It messes with your hormones. It's been linked to depression, to anxiety. It messes with your natural signals. Obviously, you're gonna have side effects. Not everyone, but a lot of people do experience these issues where they gain weight, or even weirder, a lot of women experience attraction to men that they normally would not be attracted to when they're off the pill. Literally any religion. Conservative swimsuits. Some people, for personal reasons, right? It just makes them more comfortable. They might want to wear something more modest to the beach or the pool. Some women are religious and they want to cover up. There's so many reasons. How is that propaganda? If you want to wear a bikini, you can wear a bikini to the beach. If you want to wear something more modest, right, cover up head to toe, you can do that as well. Depending on a man financially, thinking things are cringe. Well, some things are cringe. And I think more people that post their literal meltdowns online need to realize that, yeah, some things are very cringe. You shouldn't overshare. You shouldn't trauma dump. You shouldn't, set up your tripod, your camera, and start bawling your eyes out and screaming and then posting that. That is cringe. So this whole, oh, don't be embarrassed ever. Nothing is cringe. No, that doesn't mean you can't have fun. You can't be silly at times. Of course you can. But certain things you shouldn't do. What is this labubu? Hating on content creators. Depends what content creator. James Charles, for example. I think it's okay. Wrinkles are a problem to fix. Agreed. Modesty is oppression. Agreed. It's not oppression, especially if it's the woman's choice, because there are parts of the world where the woman can be imprisoned if she's not modest, right? If she's not covered from head to toe. That's ridiculous. That is oppression. But if you are choosing that, that could actually be very empowering, right? The rise of purity culture and conservative beliefs. Oh no, conservative beliefs. AI usage, okay? People trying to separate being a furry queer from its, we'll say, quirk heavy origins. Okay, I agree. Skinny jeans. Yeah, 10-step skincare routine. Yeah. Especially when you have like the Gen Alpha influencers when they're kids and they're like, my anti-aging routine. You are a child. I was drinking Capri Suns and climbing trees at your age and you're using toners. Mac and cheese. What are you doing? Regretting tattoos. Some people regret tattoos. It's not propaganda. It's a thing. Running. Mushrooms. Okay. Women need to have children. Women don't need to have children. Some women want kids, some don't. Some women can't have kids. Skinny epidemic. What are these little boo-boos? What is that? Men. Ooh, using trauma as an excuse to be a shitty person. Agreed. Normalizing OF. Agreed. I'm gonna look up this Labubu. What? Labubu. Ew. Labubu is a brand of collectible plush toy monster elves. Okay. I don't really like that. Again, trad wife aesthetic. If you want to wear the trad wife dresses and cook, okay. Why is this such a problem? Why can't the trad wives do their thing? It does not mean that you have to do that. Being friends or marrying someone with opposite political views. Big no, thank you. It's giving cult. If you can't be friends with someone, it's actually fun when you are able to have like little debates with them, right? As long as everyone's calm. True crime is entertainment, I agree. Or the people that are like, my favorite true crime. Your favorite true crime? That was a person, a human being that died. And you're out here, oh, this one's so interesting. I don't know. You are embarrassing yourself. Beyonce? A man. But that's propaganda. Men are propaganda. So on the surface, oh, we're being so different, so quirky, we're rejecting this, we're rejecting that. But honestly, I think a lot of it is rooted in fear. So many people, especially in Gen Z, right, are chronically online, overstimulated from consuming content every minute of their day, that anything requiring effort or commitment that's labeled propaganda. Want a career? Ew, hustle culture. Okay, you don't want to work. You don't want to get married. That's misogyny. You want to work out? Also patriarchy. That's for the male gaze. Want to tidy up your room? Oh, that's capitalist productivity propaganda. Are you rebelling or are you just lost and confused and actually the brainwashed one? Propaganda I'm not falling for is you not subscribing. Also comment below the propaganda you're not falling for, or better yet, the propaganda that so many people are falling for. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, like the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.